Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Definitely get involved in this competition from Bybit, the Wasot prize competition. It's an amazing trading competition. I do run it every single year. There's a total prize pool of 8 million USDT. Okay, let's get involved in this. Let's build up a community. Let's build a massive squad and let's smash this competition. Okay, the links are in each and every single video description. Please get involved. Let's dive into the video right now. Looking at Bitcoin on the weekly, it's looking okay. I'm going to show you something in a minute in other charts that's adding confidence to my theory that Bitcoin is on the cusp of a breakout here, okay? So I've got these targets here. I don't know whether you've been watching the channel for a very long time, but way back here when we broke out at the start of the year, we fell back to this neckline of support, and this was a beautiful entry point as well. Some kind of a regular ABC correction that landed on the 1618 Fibonacci target right there, and then we broke out again, and then we had this falling wedge. We broke out again, and right now we're coming back to it, aren't we? Coming back to all this support that we're, primarily above right now. So we need to see Bitcoin holding, in my opinion, the golden cross, and most importantly that yellow line just there, okay, and the 55 EMA, which is a weekly 55 EMA, the red line just there, okay. So we need to see Bitcoin holding those as support, and equally what we want to see in other charts to add confidence to my theory that Bitcoin's on the cusp of a major move here, potentially retracing to the all-time high with the possibility of breaking it this year before the halving. We need to see Bitcoin retaining this support. So I think that what's going on here for Bitcoin, the volume's dropping off, and what we're getting some kind of compression pattern here, possibly some kind of ascending triangle. Okay, and we've traded many of these, so it's really hard to find the next slope, but what we can do, we can use Fibonacci to find a retracement level from there to there. We can look, and right now you can clearly see the 382 is acting as strong support at the moment. We've had a couple of weeks where we're closing above that and we're holding it support, but right now the next leg of support, if we do fall through the 382 at 28908, is $28,065, which is just a retest of a 20-week EMA. And at that point you can clearly see what we're doing here. We've got this high, we've got this low, we've got this high, and we'll still make a higher low. So we're getting some kind of price compression here, possibly some kind of ascending triangle before continuation. It's called a consolidation pattern. Usually you come down, you consolidate before continuation, usually come up, consolidate before continuation. So right now the bias is leaning towards that Bitcoin is on the cusp of a major breakout, provided it can hold the retracement from the 0 fib all the way down to the 1 fib. You're simply retracing for the continuation of the trend. Really, it's that simple, okay? So until we lose all this support, and primarily the support of the 1 fib, which is at 24758, we have to remain, cautiously bullish on Bitcoin, because it is actually in an uptrend and you're above key levels of support right there. So I'm just looking for the retracement to kick in, which is normal. Like I've always said to you, opportunity never feels like opportunity. Retracement corrections, they never feel like corrections or opportunity, but in hindsight they always are. For example, this was an ABC correction, it was opportunity. This was an ABC correction, it was opportunity. And right now I think, looking at not just Bitcoin, multiple charts as well, to add confidence to my theory that we're looking at a major move here for Bitcoin, it's just correcting basically. So it's correcting until it's not. So you've got all this support here for Bitcoin to fall down to still remain bullish. So for me, like I've always said to you, I do think that Bitcoin loves the golden ratio. So if it gets a little bit nasty, we might see another correction, another rollover in the market where Bitcoin bounces off the golden ratio at 0618 at 27247. Okay, so that's an absolute possibility as well. But let me show you the confluence in other charts right now, where I think that Bitcoin's trying to get to is this minimal target here from the breakout of the falling wedge earlier in the year. I said to you that that's my minimal target for Bitcoin at 46k, and then we tested the all-time high, and then boom, we actually take it out. And this can happen this year. It's not bulltardism, moon boyism or whatever, it's just technical analysis. Okay, let me show you the confluence in other charts stacking up right now for this big move for Bitcoin. Okay, let's dive into the DXY. So looking at DXY at the moment, I'm not seeing any reason to be bullish on the DXY. There's no reversal pattern at the moment, okay? What I'm looking for is for it to get really oversold down here like it did on these previous two bottoms, and equally we're looking for some kind of bullish divergence on this descending trend line, which we're not getting just yet. So, the fact that we've got this trend line down here, this next leg down could be the signal, the looking glass, the time machine basically to a major move for the crypto markets right here. So what we're looking for is this bullish divergence. Do you see this? Got this bullish divergence where the RSI is making a high low just there like it did there on that bottom, but the price action, or the index, sorry, is making a lower low. So we're not getting that yet. So what I'm looking for here is a rejection, a roll basically, and then another roll, and then we'll get a higher low basically for the DXY on this trend line, where we do actually get the a signal of a reversal in the DXY. So obviously anything can happen, there's no bias, but the minute this chart reverses and turns a corner and begins to look like a reversal's at play basically, then that's the time to be bearish on Bitcoin. But so far so good. We've been riding these waves down like an absolute boss. So what we're looking for right now is other charts. I'm not just showing you one chart, I've been showing you multiple charts for many years right now. Let's take a look at 3 more charts that are pointing to a major move here for risk appetite. This is the S&P 500. I remember bringing it to your attention way back there in May. We printed the golden cross just there, the ultimate buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid, okay? It's an amazing indicator. It's a very bullish signal. This is a very bearish signal. The death cross, this is a very bullish signal on multiple charts, especially Bitcoin. The S&P 500, I think we've looked at it. There was 18 instances of this particular signal since 1957, I think it was. And so far, so good. Off that signal, S&P is absolutely broken out here, hasn't it? And you're basically in some kind of big third wave at the moment. So we've got the beautiful buy and go to the beach signal. We're up on the S&P 500 when people are really bearish, but you can clearly see at the moment, the anticipation here is what we've got is this big 5-wave correction that came back down to the swing high, back tested it, broke out, back test the breakout, just like Bitcoin did earlier in the year on January of its reversal pattern, the big falling wedge, and then boom, we're beginning to come up the stairs. So obviously this is going to go up and come down and things like that, but we need to see this being healthy if we expect Bitcoin to put in a major move this year. So big tick to this. This is really looking pretty good, okay? So we're retracing to the 1 fib. If we take out the 1 fib, I'm looking at the 1272, an all-time high for the S&P 500 when everyone was really bearish on this particular chart. But we was looking at this opportunity way back when people were really scared and bearish because of the macro environment. But what we've got here, you can clearly see we've got this beautiful compression pattern. We've got the compression pattern within that compression pattern as well. You've got this level of resistance like this, high lows, possibly some kind of ascending triangle. Within this particular pattern, we got the buy and go to the beach, and we've absolutely broken out right there. The 20 and the 55-week EMA golden cross right there, okay? So let's take a look at another chart, which is adding confluence to a big major move for risk appetite. Looking at this chart, this is the Russell. Basically, the ticker is called RUT. RUT. It's an index, and a lot of people look at this chart as more correlated to Bitcoin than any other stock, basically. So far so good. The Russell has created a beautiful buy and go to the beach signal, just like the S&P 500 within a price compression pattern, basically. So we've got some kind of triple bottom at the moment here. We've got a beautiful little ascending triangle there as well, broken out, back test, see you later. So what I'm looking for is this ascending level of support to hold. If it loses it, it's bearish, but right now what we're looking for primarily on this chart to really do give the game away for a major move for the crypto markets is a break of this resistance, the same resistance that I was showing you way back when in, I think it was May, wasn't it, on the S&P 500. So this particular signal right here can't be ignored, okay, within this compression pattern. So just like on the S&P 500, we came down, resistance, broke out, back test, see you later. So the S&P 500 is front running this particular stock, and right now the S&P 500 is breaking out. So what we want to look at is this particular chart holding the EMAs, holding the buy and go to the beach signal within this price compression pattern, and then breaking this resistance here. What we're looking for is a weekly close above 2013. Take out this resistance just there, and I think we've got a major breakout here and a potential new all-time high for the Russell, basically. So we need to see this looking healthy and creating these kind of price compression patterns if we're expecting upside. Really, as that simple. So this is a big tick to a major move that could be rearing its head for the crypto markets, because this is more correlated to Bitcoin than any other chart that I'm looking at. So right now, let's take a look at one last chart as confluence to the fact that I think we're going to look at a new big major move here for crypto, and especially Bitcoin, with a potential to put in a new all-time high by the end of the year. Not bullshit, not hopium, simple technical analysis. Let's dive into the last chart right now. So the last chart adding confluence to my big blow off top theory at the end of this year, and a big major move for crypto, especially Bitcoin, and obviously our beloved XRP and the cycles that we're looking at, is the fact that we've got this chart breaking out as well. So the DJI, basically the Dow Jones Industrial Average, it's a major stock that a lot of people look at, and right now we've got this beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern. We're breaking out right here. I did make a video on this a few weeks ago adding confluence to my theory, but what we're doing right now, I'm looking for a back test of this neckline. If we continue to break down, back test, retest like that, I'm looking for a continuation. I think we've got the technical target at 37784 for the DJI. So obviously this will be invalidated right now if we start to fall through the neckline and obviously begin to roll. But we can't ignore what the DJI is doing here, the Dow Jones. Okay, we're retracing to the 1 fib, we're pushing all the way up through the Fibonacci levels, and we've actually taken out the 786 fib right now. So technically, you know, this is a really nice little indication that we can't ignore, and it's just adding confidence to the fact that all we've got is around about a 4.17% move for a new all-time high for this particular chart when people least expected it. Okay, just like they're least expecting a new all-time high for Bitcoin. So I think if we start to see this thing take off and break out and get to the technical target of the inverse head and shoulders, which is here 37784, I think this is just adding confidence to a big, you know, big blow off top theory that I see a lot of people catching up to right now, and a lot of analysts are actually posting that, you know. But this is something we've been looking at since 2021, you know, the latter part of 2021 into 2022, we've been looking at this big wave that's missing in this cycle for Bitcoin. So again, it's not bullshit, it's not hopium, but I just think we're in a sort of broader cycle for Bitcoin, and especially XRP as well. This is why I didn't necessarily think we was in a traditional bear market, just merely a corrective phase of a larger bull market. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that update. Thank you for support. I do go away again tomorrow. Obviously the children are off school at the moment, and I just love to spend time with my kids, and obviously if you've got kids, please do spend time with your kids as well. But yeah, we just like our holidays, we always have. So I'm going away to Florida tomorrow in the morning really early, but I will try and keep you updated as best I can on Twitter and the Discord, and I will try and get videos out for you as well. But yeah, thank you for your support, and hopefully, you know, we've been looking at this opportunity for a very, very long time right now. I've been drumming on about it when people least expected it, when, you know, things were in the floor and the depression. I said to you, that's the opportunity, because it never feels like opportunity, and so far so good. You know, we had a really, really good year in 2023, especially for Bitcoin so far, so long may it continue. But again, the minute it turns a corner and, you know, the expectation goes out the window, then I will immediately alert you. There's no bias, okay? So it's all about that weekly 20 EMA going forward for Bitcoin. Take care. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.